Hello AIESEC Jaipur, my name is Aayush Sharma. I was recruited in AIESEC in 2006, back when most of you were in your primary schools and high schools. I had a long experience with AIESEC of 4.5 years. I was a part of corporate exchange, which now you call IGIP, damn cool. And then I was vice president IGCDP. Back then we used to call it DT. Then I was VP OGX, managing board OGIP and OGCDP, and I was also your local committee president in year 2009. I went on to be the member committee vice president OGCDP GIP. It's becoming very difficult for me to say all those acronyms, but I'm just doing it to make you understand everything. But more than those technical terms and those designations that I've held in the organization, what you need to know is that how I have defined AIESEC for myself and my stakeholders. And my stakeholders are not very different from AIESEC, but yes, they are slightly different, and they should be. They will be in your case too. I've defined AIESEC for me always as a movement, as a quest of bringing people in together who either think in the same way, or they once when are together start thinking in the same way to solve world problems, to solve most importantly problems in their lives, problems of employment, problems of leadership, problems of ethical leadership, and these all can be solved only at the level which you are at, age-wise, and also in terms of your career positions, your students mostly, and this is where the change begins in society. This is where movements and revolutions take the real shape, because it's people like you, it's people like me in the past who decide to do something and then go ahead with it. And AIESEC gives you numerous opportunities, a number of opportunities through leadership roles it offers, through opportunities to go and travel outside this country and meet new people, to host people, to converse and communicate with people in your environment and teams, by leading them, by participating in them. That just helps you solve those problems and be a successful part of this movement and quest called AIESEC. That's how I've defined AIESEC for myself. That's how I would want to define for yourself, for you. What are important things that you have to keep in mind when it comes down to AIESEC is that where I'm standing right now, at the end of my experience, and a year after that the few things that you have to retain from AIESEC are mostly and most importantly people that you meet in AIESEC. You have to, the teams that you are in right now, the person that you're competing with for your targets, the person who's leading you for your target or for whatever you do that in AIESEC, that is a person who can be a huge deal, who can mean a huge deal to you once you leave this organization. And those are the people to stick on to, not your school friends and your college friends, honestly, because these are the people who understand you. Second most important thing is that you have to continue is the spirit and youth in you, because it gets ignited when you are in AIESEC. You understand your true self. If you haven't so far, if you have, then it gets validated in this environment. And you have to keep that spirit and that youth in you even when you are out of this youth organization. No matter how old you are and how many grey hair you have developed over the period of time, but you need to have that spirit and youth. That's the second thing. And third and the most important thing is to continue to adhere the values that you have learned in AIESEC. Those 6 values might sound a little cliche, but it's cliche because it is true at the same time. That those 6 values are not just values of AIESEC, those are values of life. You need to activate leadership wherever you go. You need to demonstrate integrity in everything that you pursue in life. And while you're pursuing, you have to strive for excellence. You have to live diversity of the people who you work with. You have to enjoy participation in those groups, in your teams, in AIESEC and even outside it. And most importantly, you should act sustainably. The reason that we are shooting this video is for you to get inspired, if at all it helps you, and then continue to become who you want to be, establish your brand, be successful, and once you leave the organization, you can motivate more people, and that's how AIESEC has been growing for 60 years. That magical formula is simple.